So, a devotee never acts sinful, but supposing that he sometimes consciously or unconsciously does something, there will be no reaction. That is the point. Sannyasu yoga yukta atma vimukta mamupashyasi. And so long you are not liberated from the actions and reactions, you cannot be liberated. You cannot be liberated. Now, pious activities. Suppose in my whole life I have never done anything impious. I have done simply pious activities. The result of pious activities is janma sadhya sutasrivi. By pious activities, in your next life, you can get your birth in a very highly respectable aristocratic family. Janma, you can get a great amount of wealth, and Janma Isha Suta, you can become a highly educated scholar, or you can become a very beautiful. You have a very beautiful body. These things are the result of good activities. Result. Now, suppose I get all these things, that is not my liberation. But we are for liberation. We want to get out of this material contamination. So, good work or bad work, that will not lead me to liberation. The bondage is there. But if you act for Krishna, or you act in Krishna consciousness, then you are liberated. And liberated means you are at once transferred to the spiritual world. Mahamupashyasi. Ma means you can get me. You can get me. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name deshasti na priya je bhajanti tumang bhaktya moite tesu chapaham. The Lord says that I am neutral. God is neutral. Samoham sarvabhuteshu. Samata means, this point we have discussed, somehow how is God is neutral, somehow. If he is somehow means neutral, then how we find different grades of people or different grades of species of life? That is samatha. Now, I'll give you a crude example. Suppose I am a shopkeeper. I have got different varieties of goods. Now, if you pay me less, then I can supply you inferior quality of goods. Another customer is paying me and a good amount, then I am supplying you a superior quality of goods. Now, I supply to some customer inferior quality of goods. To another customer I supply superior quality of goods. Is there any partiality? No, that is not partiality. So God gives you result of your action, samoha. He is impartial. If you do good acts, then you get good result. If you do bad acts, then you get bad result. That is samoham sarva. This is the common formula. The Lord says, samoham sarva bhutesu name deshasti na priya. It is not that somebody is suffering because God is envious upon him. No, God is not envious. He is suffering his own activity. The same example we can give. Just like a person is ordered by the High Court to be condemned to death. He will be punished, death punishment. Does it mean that the High Court Justice is enemy of that particular person? No, he is not enemy. He has created such situation that he is condemned to death. The High Court Judge is not responsible for that. He simply administers the intricacies of law of the state. Similarly, there are agents of law, the material nature, and so many there are agents we do not know. But then in the Shastras we have the Jamaraj, or there is the Justice Department, everything is there. So, he is neutral. It is not that God is kind to somebody and unkind to some other. No, his position is always neutral. Samoham sarvabhutesu name deshasya. Desha means anyone whom upon whom I am envious. Of course, our nature is to become envious, even to enemy or friend. Even a friend, develops this material condition, economic development, then we become envious. That is one of the nature of the conditioned soul. Even my son becomes something greater than me, I become envious. So this is nature. So, but God has no such, crude quality. He is not envious of anyone. Samoham sarvabhitesu name desastina priya. Nobody is very dear to him and nobody is an enemy. But, he says, especially, je bhajanti tu mang bhaktya. Anyone who is engaged in devotional service and Krishna consciousness, Maite, he always remains with me. Maite, teshu cha api aham, and I am also with him. Just see, just a devotee cannot be separated. An unalloyed devotee, he cannot be separated from God. Premanjana chrita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu vilopayanti. Premanjana, when you have developed love of God, this is quite natural. Just like you love somebody. You love some person or you always think of it. That is quite natural. Anyone, that is the objective of love. But because our love in this material world is a perverted reflection of the love of God, love can be applied only to God. In this material world there is no love. It is all lust. There cannot be any love. The word love can be applied only to God. So these are only perverted reflection what is going on in the name of love. There is no love. So the nature of love is this, that the lover wants every moment to see without any remuneration, without any return. That is real love. Real love is described by Lord Chaitanya, his love of God being expressed in one verse, that Ashishamapadanatang kinastamam marmahatang karotu va adarsana. My Lord Krishna, you embrace me or trample me down at your feet, whatever you like, you can do. And you make me broken-hearted by not being present before me, because lover wants to see his lovable object, but if the lovable object does not come, he becomes broken-hearted. So Lord Chaitanya says, I am trying to see you, but you do not come. That's all right, I am broken-hearted, but still I shall continue to love you. I cannot distract myself from this love. This is pure love. This is pure love. So, Krishna says, Jitu bhajanti mang bhakta, one who is entrapped in such love affairs with God. Don't think that God is forgotten. God is also thinking in that way. Although you do not see, but you see. Those who are advanced in spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness, they always see Krishna. Always see Krishna. Similarly, as the devotee sees always Krishna, similarly Krishna also always sees that devotee. This is reciprocation. Although he is neutral, he says I am neutral, but still I cannot deviate myself from my devotee. He is always thinking of me.